Watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag. Listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke. Tell them battle. Now I got my bands up. 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on the real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his 53, I'm throwing up that she the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try love. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Steven head squawking, so I'm keeping feathers. Boy, got a bullet brain, not fun. Boy, got a bullet.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. We've made it, we have made it. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, bringing you coverage of the Super Bowl. It's almost surreal when you take in the atmosphere, isn't it? The magnificent spectacle that surrounds this game each and every February. And at the center of it, the best team from both conferences who fought all season long for the honor of playing here tonight.
And you know what's beautiful about this stage, Kate? These teams who meet the Super Bowl each and every year, we've learned this. They're not always the most talented team in the league. They're the two who never buckled under the pressure, never let the moment become too big. You know what I love to say? They're the ones that didn't just play with one another, they played for one another. And I can't wait, you can't wait, the world can't wait to see which team truly earns the right to raise that Lombardi and call themselves a champion.
All right, here we go, second down. Back to throw now. He lofts it, deep left. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell in. They may still get some big yards.
No pick is crazy.
A little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a first set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Gets him on the in route. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 20 on second down. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Up and good from Blankenship. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Returnable from the 2. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They bring Collins in motion right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, and That last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll try and throw it here. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
These little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And they're going for this. Looking for Collins, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Nico Collins, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. Finds Kincaid.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. Back to throw, needing a first.
Oh, that came out of nowhere.
Incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and brings the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running with A-Chain out of the gun.
Fucking
He'll go
tackle,
down
man.
here at the 16. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring it...
And in for the Detroit touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. Like you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. You sure did.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing it to start this drive. He's on the move. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up. play now. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Now looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here's the snap on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They go play action on first. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
2nd and 10 now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, it's a tough second pick six to watch.
It's the end of one in Super Bowl 63. It's a lapper so far, 24-0. We'll get you back to Tampa after this. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Chased out to his right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Brought in inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions continue dominating in our opening half. Butker with the extra point. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Oh no, they get him yet again! Rick Woolen with the INT. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. All right, Brock, I try never to ask this, but I just feel like in this situation, do we even need to play a second half today? What do you think?
Kate, you should never have asked it. Because if Frank Reich and those Buffalo Bills had that thought, they would have never come back against those Oilers in a playoff game.
Really good point. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Completed to Collins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 4. He finds Kincaid. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. They'll throw it again. He's got it near the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Running back sent in motion left. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. QB sneak coming. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jaguars chop some of the lead off before the half. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars take 7 points off the deficit. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 39. Achan reels it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now on 1st down. Has a man, it's Achan. What a hit, he gets flattened to the ground. Now the Lions calling a timeout, they're first. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions continue adding on to that lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. From the 36. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And they pick him off again. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Lions get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Back to throw it. He's trying another one deep. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Jaguars are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's going deep this time. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Throwing from the gun here. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
They'll send him over right. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Kincaid there to bring it in near the sideline. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it up. And the Lions take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Jaguars actually go backwards, lose a chunk on the return, but they're still celebrating. It's an interception on the play. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Stays. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Pass play coming here. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And they pick him off again. And the Lions are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
They get 13 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Throwing now off play action. He puts some juice on it. He's got it inside the 25. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Lions tack on 7 more to their lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught by the open man. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Looking to the air here. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Lions get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. A-chain again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. He's going to throw this one. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. Getting right back to it after that interception. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Dropping back to throw. He fires one deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to throw. Finding Collins. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Man in motion here. Throwing on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jaguars take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Buys time, rolling right. To the sideline, Collins brings it in. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Jaguar first down. Setting up a throw. Forced out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Lions get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Play action on 1st down. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Jaguars make the most of the interception, returning this up to their own 25 before going down. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Throwing now on first down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Third and long for him here. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Jaguars just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Searches from the pocket. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up second down.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Looking for a throw here. Achan reels it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10 now. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot.
Touchdown, Detroit. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got